Eye of the Storm, very purple, and actually a pretty cool BG. This BG, I think, is going to be the next one that Blizzard does a digital upgrade. Now, we know that's not coming in the next patch, probably not the next half patch, but maybe 10.0, 10.1. I bet you this one is going to essentially be upgraded digitally. Now, as you can see, I was kind of leaning over towards the right. I was going to go over to Fel Reaver because I didn't think, it's called awareness. You come out of the gate, you want to see if the Horde go to both bases. And that's the first thing you want to do, because sometimes you could quickly ninja a base by quickly going there, maybe recruit a few people to go with you, have a better chance of not only capturing the base, keeping the Horde from capturing the base, but also what you want to do is obviously get the base and keep it. So if you could recruit a few people to go over there, it's always a good idea to try to get the base rather than go to mid. Now, in this sense, I kind of saw somebody was making a commitment to go over there, so I said, all right, I'm going to go mid because I have some pretty strong damage, some pretty strong AoE damage. So, and plus I could do it from range. Like, there's a little bit of a elevated platform over to the left, and sometimes what I do is I get on that platform and I use sniper shot, and it's pretty cool because you have a considerable amount of distance, and you get that short buff where you have a 60-yard plus range. And the idea is you don't necessarily want to attack plate. That's one of the downsides of MM Hunters. Yes, you have some extraordinary burst. Yes, if you align it all together, you could put some damage into plate. But the thing is, you don't always have it lined up. And the fact is, like, you can't always do that damage that you want to do to plate. So you kind of want to avoid that. Nice knockback there. Nice knockback. See, usually I would also run with explosive trap, but I'm getting mature as I progress in the game. I'm actually like trying not to always, oh, nice sniper shot on the rogue. Silence something or another his name. There's Mizzy the warrior. See, now it's a warrior. He's kind of low geared, so you could do some pretty good damage to him as opposed to someone who would have a little bit better gear. Now we're just trying to get the demon hunter. He's going to go line of sight out of range there. And now we have another. Demon Hunters are extraordinarily strong right now. And that's a good thing. Believe it or not, it's a good thing. Here's why. Here's why it's a good thing. Because it takes a lot of the focus off of MM Hunters. Because MM Hunters are extraordinarily... Oh, let's say it correctly. Let's say it once. Get right. MM Hunters are extraordinarily strong as well. And right now, some of the attention is being taken off of them and being focused on Havoc Demon Hunters, and I think maybe we make a little bit of progress and we're not going to get nerfed in the next patch. If you had watched my previous two PvP videos, 100 PvP videos, I was like crying, literally. I had tissues next to me and everything, and I was crying about getting nerfed, but that might not be the case. What do you think is going to be nerfed? It's like, show that I'm like at the top of the chart, so it's like, here's a case. I'm talking about not getting nerfed, and here's a case for me to get nerfed. But what do you think is going to get nerfed in the upcoming patch? What do you think is too strong? What do you think might be a little bit weak? I'm really interested in what you have to say and what your opinion is, because I'm the kind of person where I listen to what people have to say and I think to myself, uh-oh, turtle, guacamole ball, and run away there. I listen to what people have to say, and I think their information always helps me make a more robust, more fulfilling conclusion on things. Just my take. I think the more information you have, the better you can make decisions. And that's my buddy Feld Wizard. He's splashing Arcane Explosion just to make sure that he doesn't, that he can fish out any kind of stealthies, which would obviously be a mage, a rogue, a hunter, a druid of some kind. So as you can see, we have 3 bases and the flag, so we're pretty much dominating. A lot of these Horde, they're not grossly undergeared. You know, they're around the 40k range, and you have a couple that, massive arcane missiles. You know, arcane is one of, here I am talking about arcane mages in an MM Hunter video, but I just have this sense to go off the beaten path. Now, I want to point out, arcane is probably one of the more underrated specs in the game right now. They do some massive single target damage as well if they get their setup off, much in the same way a demo lock can. And a demo lock can take would be the right way to say it, not a demo lack, unless it's a lackey. You see, here's one at 41K, kind of undergeared. There's a Demon Hunter at 44K, so a little bit undergeared. I've seen 20K, 30K, and I'm just like, guys, what are you doing on both sides? I mean, get a little bit of gear. That's one thing about me. As I go off on my 15th tangent, I don't like to be a liability to a group. I really don't. And I was thinking, and let me know your thoughts about this, about a beginner's PvP guide. A beginner's guide, not class specific, but maybe role specific, like things that you can do to be productive when you don't have gear in PvP, obviously non-competitive situations, things that you should prepare for, things that you should be aware of, things that would help temper your expectations so your expectations aren't too high of what you can do, and of course things that you want to avoid. Because if you're in a situation where you have your just basic honor gear or even your basic conquest gear, you're not even 1400 gear, there are certain things you just can't do. And there are certain things that you should probably have more focus on doing. Let me know if you would be interested in that kind of scenario, that kind of video to be put out there. Leave your thoughts in the comments, because I kind of already formulated some ideas, but I want to make what people want to see and what people are going to return to the channel, because it gives them something to be excited about, and it gives me something that I know that I can make that has a little bit better shot to get some views. It's no secret. I'm a YouTuber. I want to be noticed. I want to get some views. And that's just the way of the beast if you're a YouTuber. You want views. It's just the way it is. So we got the lead here. We got 2 bases and a flag. We got about over a 500 point lead. So I'm just kind of sticking here with mid, just simply because I could do a lot of damage from a lot of range as I pump some damage into Drippy X, who's not a healer. Lately I've actually been playing well in the sense that I've been focusing healers, but I don't think I did that whatsoever once in this PG. So you got to give me a little bit of a pass, but usually that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing healers, but I also know healers are a lot tougher to kill. And here I am, I'm playing Lone Wolf, and especially I play with the Hydra, because the Hydra will give me the damage reduction, even though it's a very small damage reduction on about a 3-minute cooldown. I can get that. I could even get that if I go Lone Wolf, but the reason I play with the Hydra is because, yes, I could get that damage reduction, which is the benefit I prefer from the pets, and it's one of the few pets that has mortal wounds, which is every 8 seconds. It gives it, I think it's 8 seconds, gives a debuff on how much healing is received, and that's pretty strong. Obviously, a lot of melee have that ability, and it's something that as a hunter it certainly helps you take out targets, having that mortal wounds debuff, and that's why I use the Hydra pretty much as a default pet, to get both the damage mitigation as well as the mortal wounds. But here I am, I'm going full Lone Wolf, and you can see the difference. That extra percentage damage that you get is rather significant, and you don't sacrifice any kind of survivability. What you do obviously sacrifice is some level of mortal wounds, but in this case I'm definitely pumping out some pretty good damage. Mitzi, it's thank you for playing, Mitzi. We appreciate it. Don't re-roll. You got a good class. You just need some gear. Here's a priest, a little bit under-geared too, around 47K, not quite 50K. That's the whole shadow, void volley thing, which is pretty strong, really strong anti-melee thing. Or if you're a hunter like I am here, got a little too close. Gonna try to focus some Drippy X there. Got him. Now it's boom, kill shot. Thank you for playing. And I can't get more kills because I got this big ring of peace in front of me. It's kind of in my way. And here is Demon Hunter. Demon Hunters, for some reason, I'm noticing that they're dodging a lot of my abilities, and I don't think it has anything to do with blur. Like, it's extraordinarily frustrating when you are able to get something like a sniper shot off and they completely dodge it, or you get an aim shot off and they completely dodge it. It's the one class that I'm seeing that is consistently has some kind of dodge mechanism, and it's not based off of blur. I don't know what it is. But anyway, We did some pretty good damage. I think this might have been like a small tank pre-made. Ton of tank pre-mades out there, but this was a small one. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Hopefully you picked up maybe some tips or some insight, and I'm going to leave you, eventually I'm going to leave you with a final thought. Whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, it's afternoon, or it is early evening like it is here, make the choice to make your day epic. Thank you for watching.